Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manobalaya Vajrasattva Tenoba Dida Sudo Kayo Membawa Subo Kayo Membawa Anorato Membawa Sarva Sendeme Karma Susame Tetan Shriya Guru Hom Ha 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 Ho Sarva Tadanga Vajramame Munzam Barzimbawa Masa Sadhu okay, just please relax physically, mentally, refresh your mind, and as we have discussed, the ultimate purpose of our study, practice Dharma, to achieve complete enlightenment. And the enlightenment is not somewhere outside, it's within us. We just individually take the responsibility in our mind, sort out through the wisdom of the Buddha's teaching, or through the Buddha's wisdom, what are the causes that makes samsara? What are the causes which makes the nirvana, enlightenment? See, it's all within in our mind. As soon as when we realize that what we have in our own mind, and that realization is the recognition of your nature of the enlightenment that you have. So it's not so far, it's just within you. As I mentioned, what it takes nerve, courage to delete the negative habit which are deeply rooted within us. Sometimes you feel to delete that kind of habit is painful. You don't like it. No, so you just want to be with that. Just keep that within us, the habit, because you feel that habit gives you some comfort, pleasure, So to this we need the courage based on the wisdom. And then you see, the enlightenment is not that far. It's because within us. So to do this, the Buddha, he taught us such a skillful way, out of wisdom, out of compassion. Buddha is trying everything that how sentient beings can free from their suffering and achieve real kind of peace within us. So first is here, in this text, we have that precious human life. If I read, all this kind of leisure and endowment is supremely difficult to obtain. Leisure means the time. Today, are you leisure to visit us? Do you have time to have lunch together? So leisure is the time. If you are born in the hell realm, how it goes, animals, you have no leisure, you have no time. You are totally controlled by the other force. We relentlessly, we are just tortured by that conditions. So when we have this precious human life, we have the time to study, to practice Dharma. Like here, you made the time. You have freedom to make that time. And, So it's a ledger. Endowment, the conditions allows you to have this. There's a Buddha's teaching. There's a teacher who can explain you all these conditions you have. So that there's 8 ledger, 10 endowments. It's supremely difficult to obtain. Just imagine in the world, just only human beings, how many? Then if you count all the animals, insects, the sea mammals, they're countless. If you're born in such kind of those conditions, even like say a smart dog, there's some dog, a police dog, so smart to see things, to catch the drugs and all this, You just bring that dog in front of you, say, Dharma is precious. You take refuge in the Buddha. You should think to free from samsara. The dog has no any idea what you're talking about. Just looking for a piece of bone. You see, So you see, like that. We human beings, we have the understanding that you see what samsara is about, what the nirvana is. So this time is so precious. So being understood the precious nature of the human life, we have to take care, not waste, utilize. The opportunity what we have is called precious. Since everybody, as I mentioned, desire for peace and happiness, desire to have peace and not to free from samsara, the human life that precious, the human life that we have has the best opportunity to free from samsara, to achieve enlightenment. See, that's why I say, when we obtain this body, which is easily lost, so human life we have is very fragile. You can heard of this story. So fragile. Everything that we have can be a condition to lose our life. Even we eat the food to sustain the body can be also cause of non-death. Medicine we take can be also a cause for death, So look at this. Loss. So do not waste it meaninglessly, but rather use it to attain the ultimate liberation, joyous result. The total peace and happiness can achieve with this precious human life. There are some practitioners, while we're having precious human life, without practicing Dharma sincerely, then we say, I pray next life I may born as a precious human life. So it's a joke, You don't recognize precious human life you have in this life. Now you are praying next life to born as a human life, It's very strange, very confused. So when we have this precious human life, then we try all the best. Okay? So in Prominence this morning I described the karma result we have discussed other day, and here is the fruit of one's positive karma is happiness. Suffering is the fruit of negative karma. The inexorable karmic causation is the mode of abiding dharma. The dharma means phenomena. Dharma has a lot of different translations. Sanskrit, Dharma. Dharma, that what I take refuge in Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, it's Dharma. Then Dharma, another meaning, all the phenomena. And Dharma is the object of all the knowledge. Dharma is the path. And Dharma also is a connection with the religion. So Dharma has many different meanings. Here in this case, all the phenomena, Dharma. Okay. Henceforth, practice distinguishing between what should be practiced and what should be given up. So since we have this precious human life, since we have this mental capacity to see things precisely, so never waste this. As I mentioned, karma, the causality, is very profound. If we are convinced about the karma of the understanding, we know what karma is about. So generally, and then you see, you never derail from the path. See, sometimes we emotionally involve, emotionally take refuge, emotionally just take some vows, precept, and then if that is changed, you give up because you are not fully convinced of the causality, not fully understood. Forget it, enlightenment. First we have to understand. So Dharma, use just hearing, contemplation, and practice. In Tibetan called Tö Sam Kom Sum. First you hear, reading books is in the part of the hearing. You get all this information. Then after that, when you got all the information, receive all the teachings, then you contemplate, investigate, make sure you understood. Once you understood, then put it into practice. So these three are the equally important. Okay. So there's karma. There's suffering as we have done. But here, so in the three lower realms, and even three higher ones, three lower realms, hell realm, hungry ghost, animal. Three higher ones, human beings, demigod, and God realms. Yes. Higher ones. There is not an instant of absolute happiness. So here it's mentioned absolute happiness. So in the samsara, no matter where you are, there's no absolute happiness. It doesn't mean there's temporary happiness, peace. There is, but that doesn't last long. So we should understand that. So because of that, we don't attach to these things. Let it be, appreciate, rejoice, but not so much attached to this. Focus mind to free from samsara. So I will avoid the root cause of my samsaric existence. So root cause of the samsara is grasping of our ignorance. As yesterday mentioned, these the five aggregates that we have. To that, we're just holding as a one, I. Even though it is so many, when you divide, but we are holding as one, I. Grasping, fixated. And then connection to that, all these mental afflictions, attachment, aversion, and greed, pride, jealousy, so forth. You have heard of 84,000 types of mental afflictions. It's all just manifest from this. So to purify these 84 mental afflictions, so Buddha taught the teaching, 84 categories of the teachings. That's the samsaric existence, and practice the excellent path for peace to enlightenment. So these four is called the four thoughts that turn the mind from samsara to nirvana, enlightenment. So these four thoughts are so profound, so precious. As I have mentioned yesterday, the 5 aggregates. These 5 aggregates, which has precious human life, precious human life. And this is the impermanent. All the causalities are functions within that. And all sufferings are in connection to that. See? So this is the basis of the samsara. There's no samsara outside somewhere. It's within. Just look to yourself. Then this is the basis for enlightenment. Once you have the wisdom, understanding of this, study this carefully, these 4 thoughts, sometimes we call 4 foundations, 4 turnings to the mind, reflect on this. So practicing Dharma is how to deconstruct the samsara, how to rebuild the samsara, on the basis that Miller ever said once, Nyele suki pumbude, matote na chungshi lu, nasa tungi dele chungs. This, the 5 aggregates party, is the product of the karma and our negative emotions, which is nature of the 4 elements. And all the undesirable suffering, sickness, manifests within that. Then he said, when you realize practicing Vajrayana practice, now you become Dara or Chenresik. So in this your body transforms into Dara. This is the body, you just become the Dara, Chenresik, all the enlightened deities, which is inseparable of the appearance and emptiness. And you see, that helps to purify all the impure, mental impurity state of the mind. It helps to establish, see, there's nothing to grasp, because it's just nature. You realize, its nature is emptiness. So emptiness means there's nothing to grasp, nothing to hold on. You see. Then through this practice, you see, then these all 4 elements purify, dissolve into emptiness. And then this very body just turn into light. As you have, when you read Milarepa's life story, when he was dying, he totally transformed into light. So this is the foundation. So that's why the preliminary, the prerequisites are the very important to understand. Otherwise, sometimes you feel you're just always talking about the impermanence, the karma, suffering. I know these are all I know. Can you teach high view, Dzogchen, Mahamudra? I want those things, And then you receive those because your request, because your interest. And then you just fly in the space. It's just play of the mind. There's nothing to give up, nothing to accept. No, all are just manifestations. But you are all this garbage is underneath, Then when they manifest, you see, there is a where it's not just a play of the mind. It's real. I'm suffering so much. The mama doesn't help. Dzogchen doesn't help now. What should I do? You go to psychiatrist. Some psychologist. I'm really facing difficulties. See, it's because the lack of this understanding. Make sense? If you disagree, let me know. Okay? As I mentioned, we can discuss here, Because I'm just like a blind person throwing, Then see who gets what, So it's a mental power. You have to understand this, At this morning I mentioned this practice of loving kindness, compassion. Just briefly, I mentioned, When your mind is fully occupied with this pure loving kindness, no expectation, just maintain in that mind. So, you see, the mind is free from all this dualistic emotions. You see, there's such a pure, and there's such a great peace. If somebody asks you, can you express that? You will just say, I simply feel peace, that's it, It's inexpressible, that is called. You can experience, the practitioner can experience, but other cannot see. That's called inexpressible, if you have heard of that, you see. As I mentioned, if you could maintain that way all the time, that's called nirvana, you see. Okay? As soon as that mind is disappeared, occupied by these mental afflictions, anger, hatred, attachment, the mind becomes so narrow, very agitated, very sensitive. You see, not much space there, lot of fear, lot of hope and fear. We stay with that, see. So when we are going through all this, as I mentioned, then we say, going through all these difficulties, problems, we say prayers, can I say, please, Buddha, help me to free from this problem I'm going through. Please help me, I'm hungry, I need a lunch to eat. You pray, But then, if you don't do, there's no actual action, doesn't solve the problem. So we have to put the action that way, you see. So these are the first, you see, special causes, conditions we're preparing. As this morning we took refuge. That's first very precious. First, something like refuge is outside there, as we are not enlightened, as we are in the dualistic state, I and you, me and the samsara. Buddha is enlightened, so we visualize Buddha. No, then we take refuge to Buddha. So, no. Then you see the Guru is the qualified, authentic Guru who has realization of this enlightened mind. Is the Buddha. And then all the Yidam deities are the Dharma. All the Dakinis are the Sangha. It's called inner refuge. Okay. And Milarepa said, you see, Nangda Tongda Yirmesum, Milarepa said, the appearance and the emptiness and inseparable nature of this is ultimate refuge. See? So we have to go step by step. First we practice Dharma, bring as antidote, purify for this. Once you developed this practice during this assimilation, deconstruction, we deconstruct samsara, which we have built for a long time, that need to be deconstructed, and then rebuild enlightenment within us through this process. Then as in the Heart Sutra, the form is emptiness, and emptiness is form. Form is no other than emptiness, and emptiness is no other than form. You just study those, get some understanding how it is empty. Emptiness can understand through the practice of the impermanence. In the jewel ornament of liberation, you see, if you read regarding to the practice of the impermanence, there's gross impermanence, the more subtle impermanence, and very subtle impermanence. See. That book is really good, First, we are born, so one day we'll die. We know that. It's gross impermanence. It's gross impermanent, Then you see, every year, from last year, this year, our life becomes shorter and shorter. It's reminding us. Then, look at when the place there is a country, there's a 4 season. So there's a summer, winter, spring, fall. You see, things changing soft. Like in the winter, there's a lot of snow. In the summer, everything's green, beautiful, totally different. You see, if you just totally different, it shows is how everything is impermanent. Then you see day and night, daytime sunshine, you can see all beautifully shining. At night, everything's dark, totally different. Then see from morning to noon, noon to evening is changing. Then every hour is changing. Then every second is changing. Then like the stream of the river, the water. So the river, so if you have seen last year, you say, I saw this river last year. And then you can say, I saw this river yesterday. I saw this river this morning. So all what you saw, the water is gone. You are not seeing now that river. You see, it's a different, but we have that kind of gross concept, you see. Such a gross concept. Fixation. We're fixated. See, not understanding the floating. We cannot tune in our mind that kind of speed. No. It's very similar. The river what you saw yesterday and today. Similar. You are confused in the similarity. Okay. That nature, you see. Right now the rivers, the water is running this. Every second the running river water is different. See, that's impermanence. So when you understood that kind of impermanence gives you opportunity to reflect on the emptiness. So that's what Nagarjuna said in his text. He said, if you understood, Nagarjuna said, once you know, you understood, you are born, then you know you will die one day. No? Once you know, you understood that death will come, then you understand impermanence. Once you know, once you understood the impermanence, then you can understand the Dharma, the precious Dharma, Sattva Dharma. No? So this Dharma, Sattva Dharma means emptiness. Okay. So these are the first, we make the foundation this morning, so to see the Buddha as your root guru, and you take refuge from Buddha Dhamma Sangha, you take refuge. So these two. Then next estimation, accumulate, practice this loving kindness and compassion. Sometimes people confuse compassion and bodhicitta. They think compassion is bodhicitta. In the Konchig text mentioned, compassion and bodhicitta are two different. Compassion is the cause, okay, a fundamental cause to establish bodhicitta. Okay, there's some are so compassionate person. Sometimes we say he or she is so compassionate. This real bodhisattva, we say, but it's not necessarily. There's some are very compassionate, but that's what we don't call bodhisattva. We don't call bodhicitta. The compassion mind is not bodhicitta. But compassion is the, as mentioned, a fundamental cause to cultivate bodhicitta. Okay? These are very important to understand. So then, bodhicitta, to give rise bodhicitta, need many, says this, especially those two accumulation of the merit, accumulation of the wisdom. See? So these four conditions are the primary cause to cultivate the bodhicitta. So understand that. Then next we follow the Bodhisattva's vow, cultivate bodhicitta. All the Buddhas in the world that came in the past, in the present, that which will come in the future, is a product of the bodhicitta. So Buddha is the product of the bodhicitta. Buddha is the embodiment, the perfection of the bodhicitta practice. So in the bodhicitta avatara mentioned, Buddha who practiced the Dharma for many eons, countless eons, to benefit sentient beings. Buddha saw the bodhicitta is the only one can help sentient beings to free from samsara, to achieve enlightenment. So in that text mentioned, those who are suffering in the samsara, those who are suffering with the mental afflictions, those who are desire to help others, so engage in the bodhicitta. Practice the bodhicitta is the benefit of the bodhicitta. Okay. Here in our text here, page 3, after the refuge, there is, you see, as the previous Buddhas embraced the enlightened mind, this we have cultivate, embrace or cultivate, saying. As the previous Buddhas cultivate the enlightened mind, embrace the enlightened mind, and progress on the Bodhisattva's path. So there we take bodhicitta practice is not something new to us. We're just taking example as the Buddhas of the past. As I mentioned this morning, in the past, there are so many Buddhas came to benefit sentient beings, but we haven't met them because of our lack of condition to see the Buddha. So now how we can stay that way, stay in the samsara, we must do something. So how the previous Buddhas, how they became Buddha, how they benefited sentient beings, just ask those questions. This is the real question you should ask. I saw it today. There's here some questions here. So anyhow, yes, you asked this question. How the previous Buddhas, how they became Buddha, and what kind of practice they have done, how they followed the path to become Buddha. To do that, in the Jewel Ornament of Liberation mentioned, the primary cause sentient beings to achieve enlightenment. Do you remember any? What's the primary cause? Yeah. There's some, I know, there's somebody, some have read Jewel Ornament of Liberation. Can you tell me, what's the primary cause for enlightenment? Huh? Wisdom. Huh? Dharmakaya. The Sukata Garbha. Deshignimu. Sometimes say Tathagata Garbha, Sukata Garbha. Buddha nature, yes. That's the primary cause. So, that primary cause is, first of all, only Buddha can perceive that. Even Bodhisattvas who the 10 bhumis have no total wisdom to capture that. Can see very vague the Buddha nature sentient being has. Only the Buddha can perceive directly. So that's why we have to rely on Buddha's teaching, sutras. There are many sutras that Buddha spoke about that. So that's what we have. That is something, if you study I'm sure you have studied the Uttara Tantra. Do you have studied Uttara Tantra? Written by Maitreya. You have read? The first chapter, the first 3 chapters, Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha. And the 4th chapter is all about Buddha nature. Very vast. Then after that follows Buddhahood. And then Buddha's activities. So there are seven chapters. So in that 4th chapter about this description of the Buddha nature, it said, suppose a very poor man, a family should say, very poor family, even they don't have food to eat today. They are staying on a place underneath as a treasure, endless treasure. While they're staying on that ground, they feel they are so poor. We have nothing, But then that miner, the mine, who digs the mine, predicts there's a treasure or this, A miner comes there, and here the miner recognizes underneath that family's ground, there's a treasure, endless treasure. So the miner asks that family, you don't be so poor, just dig the ground. And they make some effort, have to dig the ground. And when they dig the ground, when they find the treasure, then they say, oh, we are rich. Lot of treasures are there. So they are really rich. They are wealthy, they have it. Endless treasure they have. But until they recognize they are so poor. So we sentient beings, the samsara is like that. We are suffering so much, working so hard. Not realizing the treasures we have, Buddha nature that we have within us. So recognize yourself. So when you recognize that, what kind of benefit is there? See, said first of all, you yourself feel confidence. So I have Buddha nature. I can do. It's just a matter of effort. As well, you will not look down others. As you have Buddha nature, everyone has the Buddha nature. Then they will see that individual is as a Buddha. Now to do this, there's called exaggeration and what to call. What the other side? Exaggeration and what? English? They're too extreme, Give me a tip. Minimize. Tugur. Korsana. Kuradeva. La. Kuradeva.
Exaggeration.
Diminish. One is exaggerate. One is degenerating, say generating and regenerating. So nothing, nothing good, Say, so you just free from these two extreme. Okay. And then you practice loving kindness as we talked about to all the sentient beings. So everyone has the Buddha nature. And because they have not realized they have the Buddha nature, their desire for peace and happiness so much. So you fully engage in the practice of loving kindness to others. So these are mentioned in the Uttara Tantra text. It's a very beautiful text you should read, by Maitreya. There's called 5 treatises of Maitreya. So the last one, the 5th one. So because of this, to cultivate bodhicitta, that if somebody asks you, how you know you will become Buddha? Say, I have Buddha nature. This is the primary cause that I have within me. See, to overcome all those delusions, depressions. Sometimes people are so depressed. So I'm the lowest person. Now I have no hope. There's some people so depressed. To overcome that, you just reflect on the Buddha nature. I can do it. Everything is impermanent. Even though I have the adventitious obscuration, but these adventitious obscurations can be taken care of, can be dispelled. So establish those things. So then, how to do this as I mentioned here. So as the previous Buddhas, first they have cultivated aspiration bodhicitta. After having cultivated aspiration bodhicitta, and then they engage in the action bodhicitta. Through these two, they practice these 6 parameters or the 3 trainings step by step, and they became Buddha and benefited countless sentient beings. So today, here you have other texts, you have translation, same meaning. I shall too, like this. Yes, I too, for the benefit of all sentient beings, I give birth to bodhicitta, the aspiration bodhicitta, and apply myself to accomplish the stage of the path is action bodhicitta. See, so precious. It's very rare opportunity. You just do this so, joyfully. Some people are afraid. No, I'm not ready yet to take the Bodhisattva's vow. They think if you just take the Bodhisattva's vow means there's something some dangerous things coming, in your life. Like going to the war, But this feeling of preciousness, privilege of this. When you read the life story of Buddha, one time when Buddha was Bodhisattva, not Buddha, that's a Bodhisattva. It's the third Bhumi Bodhisattva, born as a king of a country. No, I read the story. Then the king was looking. Is there anybody in my country who can teach the Dharma? And then, after asking those questions, and after some time, then a messenger came to the king. I heard somewhere on the mountain there was a practitioner. He teaches the Dharma. So the king went there with such a precious offering. And then the king, met that teacher. So the king make offer this precious offering and request, I come here to receive the teachings because I heard you shared the Dharma teachings. And then that the teacher saw the offering is so precious. Then also he saw, he understands this is a king. So since king is so powerful, now he may take this back, this offering, He's a little afraid, so he has to reserve that, Then you see, then that teacher taught the king the Dharma teachings. You can imagine, he must taught some very profound, sophisticated philosophy teachings, But his teaching was so simple. Said, don't take life, don't steal, don't engage in sexual misconduct, don't tell lie, and don't intoxicate yourself, don't use harsh word, free from the covetousness, greed, attachment, free from the malicious thought and ignorance, And the king was totally satisfied. So I'm so grateful. Thank you so much. So you see, these are such a light teaching. If you really see this, makes you a better human being. That's the foundation. That is the foundation. And that's the basis you study practice. You study practice on this base. Then from there you just develop your, So look at these stories and reflect yourself, meditate yourself. You see, if these are practiced by people of the country, how the world would be peaceful, you see. Just imagine, So just reflect on this. And then is so as I mentioned, then this morning when we did the refuge ceremony, so you visualize Buddha, or Buddha Shakyamuni, our historical Buddha Shakyamuni, as your place, as your root guru, root teacher, surrounded by all the Buddhas of the past, future, present, like medicine Buddha, Buddha Amitabha. There's so many Buddhas, Buddha Akyobhyas, Rana Sambhavas, those 5 Buddhas, all this, and many other Buddhas, all the lineage masters, great Bodhisattvas that established in front of you. And then you just feel, we should feel, I'm so fortunate to have this. That I have Buddha nature. This is the way how to awake my Buddha nature. Right now, our Buddha nature is sleeping. Sleeping under all these mental afflictions. So awake means get rid of all those mental afflictions. And Buddha nature is awake. Okay. That's how you establish the Buddha as a visualization. Then we'll do the ceremony in Tibetan, but this is an explanation that I explain you so as much as I can to understand yourself. See. The most important mind is mentioned to first of all to yourself, to free yourself from samsara. So I have enough in the samsara. Now I cannot stay any longer in the samsara with this kind of conditions. No. And then look at all the sentient beings. As I mentioned, it's like your mother, your brother, your sister, your friend, your relatives. All are like that, all sentient beings. They all desire to free from suffering. They desire to have all the peace and happiness. That I'm here, I take this responsibility because I know the path. I will lead the path for them, to help them, this way. The ceremony, as mentioned, so look at this, all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas and lineage masters. So please hear my request. Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, Master, please hear my request. My names, then you said, my names are such. Then, as the previous Buddhas have cultivated mind, aspiration, bodhicitta, and they have cultivated, took the Bodhisattva's vow of the action, and through that, their training of the 6 paramitas, or the 3 trainings, step by step, they became Buddha and benefited countless sentient beings. Now today, in front of you all, I cultivate this aspiration bodhicitta. Aspiration bodhicitta means, you see, there's 2 basic objects. One, you're looking at the Buddha's wisdom to attain Buddhahood. So if you ask, when is the perfect peace and happiness be achieved? When one becomes the Buddha. Okay? So you are focusing on the Buddhahood. Who are those you want to achieve? All the sentient beings who are suffering in the samsara, out of great compassion. Okay? Out of great compassion, focusing to all the sentient beings that you desire to establish into the Buddhahood. So these 2 objects, okay? That makes the aspiration bodhicitta. Now to perfect the bodhicitta, to perfect that aspiration bodhicitta, what should you do? Because you have cultivated the aspiration bodhicitta. Now are you Buddha? Not yet. Are you have the ability to help all the sentient beings? Not yet. Now what should we do? So take the action bodhicitta. What means action bodhicitta? It's a mention, practice the 3 training. Okay? All the 6 paramitas, the practice of generosity, moral ethics, patience, or forbearance. Then his perseverance, meditative concentration, and his wisdom awareness, special wisdom, prajna. So through these practice, then we get all the opportunity to purify obscurations and helps us to enhance all the excellent qualities to the Buddhahood. The action bodhicitta is the actual action engaging in the activities that fulfills the aspiration bodhicitta. Okay? Do you have any questions? Yes. You have to speak loudly because my hearing is not good. Yeah.
Good afternoon, Sangha, and good afternoon, everybody. Our ultimate merit can be depleted.
Merit what?
Ultimate merit, ultimate, relative, merit.
Relative merit.
Yeah, can be, I think can be depleted.
Depleted?
Yes, that means can go away if we do not try to replenish. That means try to create life with life. I think relative merit by the action, like by donation, by helping people. I don't think it lasts forever. If life to life, if we do not try to gain it again, like by continue doing it.
Yeah.
And we just, if we have merit this life and the next life, our life will be better in materialistic, better in life. I'm sorry, please bear with me. My English is not very good.
Okay,
but,
try your best.
Yes, I am. But wisdom that we gain from learning the Dharma, understanding the Dharma.
Yes.
Wisdom that we gain from meditation.
Yes.
The wisdom accumulated with life.
Yes.
Until we become enlightenment.
That's right.
I believe between the merit, relative merit and wisdom.
Yes.
I would like to know that wisdom will last forever, will be accumulated life to life if we try.
Yes, if you try.
Yes. Relative, right. Yes, if we continue, continue learning the Dharma, continue practicing the Dharma.
Yes, yes.
And but the relative merit.
Yes.
If we do not continue, try to do the awesome thing, and then it will go away. Is that correct?
If you don't do it, of course.
But the wisdom will never, the wisdom that we gain will never go away. It will stay there. If we do not continue, but it will stop there. It will not go away. Is that correct? Because if it go away,
Yeah.
then the Buddha never can become enlightenment.
That's right.
Is
Yes.
that right?
Yes. Your Buddha nature is the fundamental wisdom. Will never go away. Okay. Even you are born in the hell realm, still you have Buddha nature. Yeah. Very good. Okay. Now we follow. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Okay. Now, first we relax. Okay, refresh. Don't lose all your tension. Sometimes you're so tense and intense or tense, you know. Yes. Relax yourself and rejoice. It's like, this may be like a dream, you know. Doesn't happen so often. Only occasionally, you know. You see. So just rejoice yourself. I've done something good in my life, previous life, and I still continue this. So with this mind, and as like in this morning we did the frustration, it's good to do frustration, to stretch your body, relax your mind. Also it's a special practice. So you please do 3 frustration. Sure. Yeah, Pua. Sanjir, ya cha, Sanjir. Zawalama Sanjir da. That the Rungi de She were Jamasu test, Tisha Jesha. Sanjir Chatsota. Chats is a Sanjir Chevre. Taga de da. Taga, Nigel Meda, Enada. I should. Okay, please. I have to put a little bit emphasis about your root guru and Buddha, you know. In the Jidusumbu said, if you take Vajrasattva's vow from an ordinary person, forget it to have the bodhicitta, okay? Even if you see as a Bodhisattva, this teacher is a Bodhisattva, so precious. I take Bodhisattva's vow from this teacher. Maybe possibility, there's a possibility, maybe not sure. But if you see the Buddha as the Buddha and take the Bodhisattva's vow from the Buddha, so no doubt. Okay? Because as I mentioned, Buddha is perfected in the practice of bodhicitta. So we should be so feeling of fortunate to see the Buddha from this Buddha. I'm taking the Bodhisattva's vow. Buddha is my root guru. Because Buddha, attained Buddhahood, for what? For the benefit of sentient beings, you know. See, Buddha practiced 3 limitless eons, bodhicitta, to benefit sentient beings. So then Buddha became Buddha, and now he will continue his activities until end of the samsara. You know? Okay? So here, the ceremony, as this morning I mentioned, we did in Tibetan, and here as well, we'll do in Tibetan. So in Tibetan, you know, Chetar Mwenki Deshiki means, you know, as the, you know, previous Buddhas, as the previous Buddhas have cultivated the bodhicitta, aspiration bodhicitta, you know, Deshin Tuni Lapala. And then likewise, then they train themselves and the bodhicitta through the 6 parameters or 3 trainings. They should Rinpoche to Lapat, Rinpoche to step by step, they follow the path and attain the Buddhahood. They should do this likewise, likewise for the benefit of sentient beings, teaching dollar pendentus in order to benefit all the sentient beings. I shall cultivate the bodhicitta. Changju sem ne jepra jis, Changju sem means bodhicitta. Changju sem ne jepra jis, cultivate. Increase my mind. Increase and give rise, born in your heart. The Jintuni Lapalas. As I take the aspiration bodhicitta, then I will train my bodhicitta by the action bodhicitta, Rinpoche to Labraja, step by step, until I become Buddha. Okay? Okay. Now sitting, yes, it's mentioned your right knee on the ground, left knee up, join your hand, totally focus to the Buddha Shakyamuni and all the rest of the Buddhas, great masters, realized great masters like Milarepa, Jigten Songpo and so forth, and all the other great teachers, Guru Pema Sambhava, Now with this, then we'll do this, repeat 3 times, okay? Chochuna Shube, Sanjedang, Changju Seba, Tamje, Dala, Konsoso, Lobun, Dala, Konsoso, Chidar, Monje, Deshiki, Changju Tuni, Kieba Tang, Changju Sembe, Laba La, Deda Rimshin, Neba Tar. So this all, as previous Buddhas, have cultivated and practiced. Now here, likewise, Deshin Rola, Pendun Do, Changju Semni, Kieje Shing, Deshin Tunim, Laba La, Rimba Shindu, Labara Ki. So this is the first recitation. Now we'll do the second one. Again, reinforce your strong kind of feeling, making the commitment. I'm so fortunate to have this kind of opportunity. This is the opportunity, it's the best choice that I make in my life to free from all the suffering and to achieve complete enlightenment. So with this mind, we repeat second. Chochuna, Shube, Sanjedang, Changju Seba, Tamje, Dala, Konsoso, Lobun, Dala, Konsoso, Daming. Say your names. Dishi Chawa, Chidarangonji, Dishi Ki, Changju Tuni, Kieba Tang, Changju Sembe, Laba La, Deda Rimshin, Neba Tar, Dishin Drola, Pendun Do, Changju Semni, Kieje Shing, Dishin Tuni, Laba La, Rimba Shindu, Labara Ki. Now we'll recite the third recitation. Okay, so at the end, Rimba Shindu Labara Ki. I will practice step by step the action bodhicitta to perfect the aspiration bodhicitta. So that time you meditate, I have fully cultivated the aspiration bodhicitta and the action bodhicitta. Okay. So with this mind, please repeat the third recitation. Cho na shuben, sangyedam, changju semba, tamje, dala, konso se, loben dala, konso se, da ming, dishi chawa. You just say your name. Chedarangongi, dishi ki, changju tunin, kieba tang, changju sembe, laba la, teda rimshin, neba tar, dishin drola, pendon do, changju semni, kieki shin, dishin tunin, laba la, rimba shindu, labra kiwo. Now please sit down. Just make it comfortable yourself. Just relax. Okay. Then I will say tap, snapping the finger. This time, then you meditate all the surrounding Bodhisattvas, Buddhas, and all the great masters. All are dissolved into Buddha Shakyamuni in the center. Buddha Shakyamuni, who is in the center, is the embodiment of all the bodhicitta. Buddha Shakyamuni is inseparable of the appearance and emptiness. So when I say tapino, melt into light, dissolve into you. And just from your head, from the crown of your head, Buddha dissolve into you, pervades your entire body, mind. Meditate, the Buddha has you received all the blessings of the Buddha, especially the bodhicitta, inseparable of the relative and ultimate bodhicitta, that totally your mind becomes that bodhicitta nature. And your mind is like the nature of the space, uncontrived, as it is, unfabricated, just that primary mind as it is. You just meditate. It's like the space. Relax. Okay? Oh, eta bieno. thank you. Yeah, sure. So this here, today what we did is aspiration bodhicitta and action bodhicitta, okay, and ultimate bodhicitta. These three. Okay. As through the ceremony, when you follow this recitation of these prayers, first we cultivated aspiration bodhicitta, then cultivated the action bodhicitta, or you call Bodhisattva. Then when Buddha dissolves into you, and you become inseparable with the Buddha, your mind, meditate in this like the space. Yourself also, you should dissolve yourself into emptiness, okay? Oh, dissolve into emptiness and meditate there. As I mentioned, uncontrived, unfabricated nature. That's the ultimate bodhicitta. Okay. As you see, when you meditate in this way, when you could do this properly, there's no any chance to manifest these our delusions, ego, self-grasping, attachment, anger, hatred. They have no place to manifest within that mind. You see. So just meditate this. When you do this practice, in our text everywhere you have this. See. So you got something substantial. So you embraced bodhicitta in your heart, not somewhere outside there, bodhicitta floating down here, there, but you just brought in your heart. Your mind and bodhicitta become inseparable. Your mind itself transforms into bodhicitta. That's called your transformation. Our samsaric life transformed into bodhicitta, enlightened mind. That's the way how to awake your Buddha nature. Reveal this way how to reveal your Buddha nature, step by step. As I mentioned, deconstructing the samsara means purifying the habit of the samsara. Our samsaric habit is so ingrained with us, so difficult to get rid of this. But this bodhicitta practice, you see, helps us to deconstruct that habit, purify. To do this practice, sentient beings are indispensable as a condition to practice bodhicitta. Without sentient beings, you see, you cannot practice loving kindness. You see, you can't say, I practice loving kindness on the piece of rock. Can you do that? Bring a piece of rock in front of you and say, I'm practicing loving kindness with this piece of rock. Can you say that? This piece of stick, no? I'm practicing loving kindness to my bowl, my cup. Can you say that? You cannot. Sentient beings are indispensable. Buddha is great, who taught us all these wisdoms. And sentient beings are as same as Buddhas is important in order to perfect our bodhicitta practice. So that's why Miller Rebbe said, our benefits are coming from all the sentient beings. thinking for the benefit of all the sentient beings is also for our own benefit. Because we are here, enjoying the lunch, breakfast, and dinner. All this is provided by other people, sentient beings. The farmers, they work in the farm to grow all those things, crops, all this. And then the agent, they collect together all this brought to the store. And we got a chance to go to the store to buy all this. And we enjoy. So all what we are having, these wonderful opportunities as sentient beings, their effort. In general, also look that this is, time is now, isn't it? Yeah, see, impermanence. You see, reminding us impermanence. Yeah, when we come back, then we'll say some, Okay? Chanjo senjo Rinpoche, ma ke panam ke juruj, ke paranyamba me paya, kone kondo pewara sho. Om Vajrasattva samaya manopalaya, Vajrasattva tenopa tita teto membawa sudukaya. Subukayo membawa, Anurado membawa, Sarva siddhi membawa. Karma suzame, Zetan shriya kuru hum, ha ho ba. Sarva tata kata, Bhadra mame munzam barzimbawa. Samaya sattva, you have heard of Masamaya Sattva. Masamaya means great samaya, commitment. Masamaya Sattva power. Is the sound which need the least effort. You say, all dissolve into that. Just all your thoughts dissolve. When your mind is so busy, you just say, Relax your body and mind. Okay? Okay, thank you. Yeah. Yes, when we come back. What do you want to do?
Tare tu re mama ayat Tare ture mama aya jana punye
Vajrasattva samaya manopalaya Vajrasattva Dujjande jo membawa Soto kayo membawa Subo kayo membawa Anorato membawa Sarva siddhi me prayasa Sarva karma susan Sedani shriya kuru hum Ha 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 ho Sarva tata gata bandra mame munzam banzim ma samaya sadhu. So even though you have received Bodhisattva's vow many times, I'm sure you have received so many empowerment. How many empowerments you have received? 10, 20, or maybe 100? See. And during each empowerment ceremony, there's a Bodhisattva ceremony. You see. But you don't pay attention so much about that. And then when you receive empowerment, Vajrayana, you are just only focusing to receive the water from the vase and put vase on your head. And then maybe what you call protection, court. So I received now this empowerment. But there's a lot of steps. Sometimes they explain, the teacher explains so well, that these are so precious teachings, So likewise today we went, even though we have very short time, but we went step by step. So that you see through this ceremony, you feel today I have received Bodhisattva's vow. I have cultivated the mind. The mind, cultivate mind means expand your mind. Your Buddha nature is like the space, unlimited. So as I mentioned, to recognize that, to see that is the bodhicitta, is the direct cause, is the indispensable cause to see that Buddha nature. Because when you practice loving kindness, first taught you to all the sentient beings, means unlimited. Compassion as well for all the sentient beings. On the basis of that, you cultivate bodhicitta. I will establish all the sentient beings to the Buddhahood. Yes, you see, that shows your mind has no limit. You see, So this is how you start. Now, the day when you take the Bodhisattva's vow, practice this. And it's not just only that, it bears great benefit, merits. No. Even just to help one individual, people praise you, a wonderful person. And this individual is so kind, this helps us as individual. Sometimes they say he or she is a hero, But now here, you cultivate that mind to all the sentient beings, those who hate you, those who support you, those who are neutral. Equally, you pervade that mind to every sentient beings. Such a precious, that transcends all the limitations. We start from there. From the basic, start from there, where you are. You can't go anywhere, just you start where you are. As like in the Bodhisattva ceremony, where you are, you cultivated the mind. And then at the end, Buddha dissolved into you, see, where you are. You start from there. Okay. Then all the different types of negatives are precious. They give you all the opportunity to transform. So this is how you can transform the samsara into nirvana. So in the Jewel Ornament of Liberation, in that book, the first, Kampopa, right after the paying homage to the Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, and Milarepa, his root guru, then he mentioned, all the phenomena are into two categories, samsara and nirvana. The nature of samsara is emptiness, but the mental formation of the samsara is confusion. We are confused. So that confusion is characterized as a suffering. The nature of the nirvana is emptiness, but the mental formation of that is all the confusions are exhausted and dissipated. So that characterized as a peace. You see, it's very few words, but very profound. What's the basis of the ignorance, or what the basis of the confusion? Is emptiness. Means we have failed to see the emptiness. What's the cause of the confusion? Is ignorance. Who are the confused? The sentient beings in the three worlds. The desire world, the form world, and formless world. Kama dhatu, rupa dhatu, arupa dhatu. See, what example you can give us the confusion? He said, it's sleep and like dream. When you sleep, then you don't see anything. Within the sleep, then all the dream comes. So within our confusion in the samsara, then we understand, then all the things manifest. Who are those? So of the six realms of the sentient beings, the six realms has just happened due to the degree of our confusion and the cause of suffering that we created. No. Then Kambupa said, no. What is the disadvantage of being in the confusion? He said, suffering. The suffering is talking about, as mentioned, suffering of change, and suffering of the conditions. Then he asked, is there any is there any self-realization, self-freedom? So there's no self-realization. It's called no ending of the samsara. There's no end of the samsara. When that confusion can be transformed into wisdom, see as the dawn of the wisdom. So when you become Buddha, all the confusions fully exhausted, anticipated. Means we have to study, practice Dharma. So that is very short, but it can't bring into the gist of the Buddha's teaching, into that why we need to study, practice Dharma. So that Kambupa said, therefore, from today, now you have to make effort to free from samsara. Seeing the samsara is the nature of suffering. Samsara is the nature of the confusion. There's no self-liberation. No. Okay. So precious, the book, because Kambupa was fully enlightened. He was enlightened before. He was born at the time of Buddha, when Buddha Shakyamuni was in Rajgir, that area. He was a great Bodhisattva. His name was called Dayushunu, the Chandra Prabhava Kumara, Chandra moon, Chandra Kumara Prabhav, Dayushunu. That time he requested Buddha to teach the Samadhi Raja Sutra. Because of his request, there are so many great Bodhisattvas, monks, lay people. Buddha taught this Samadhi Raja Sutra for days. So then Buddha asked all that assembled, who can take the responsibility to promote this teaching in the future? Nobody could make that promise, So finally, then that Bodhisattva, Dayushunu, he got up from this assembly. So I will promote this teaching in the future. And during that time, many great Bodhisattvas stood up. So when you do this, when you're promoting this teaching, we will come to help you. Okay? So Kambupa, in his life story, they mentioned that In one time, one of his few disciples going out says, we said, don't go out, come back. So we made the promise at the time of Buddha. You made promise to help me to promote these teachings, you know. You see, the writer of that book, not just a simple scholar, enlightened. Not only that time, then you see he met Milarepa, received all the teachings, and Milarepa asked him to meditate. And for 6 years he was meditation. No. Finally, then he realized Dharmakaya. Said, this is it. So that time Buddha said, I will also come to help you to promote this teaching. You know who was that? Huh? Lord Jigten Sungun. You don't know that, you know. You see. Jigten Sungun came just after Kambupa and promoted. Jigten Sungun spent many years in Dala Kambupa seat, you know. So we have that kind of great history, you know. So our teachings are so precious, very concise, you know, and can explain, but very, you know, precious and clear, precise. So practice Dharma joyfully, happily. Our real enemy is the three poison. We should recognize that. It's within us, it's not outside. That gives us a suffering, 24 hours. The outer obstacles, who creates difficulties occasionally, sometimes. But this, our three poisons within us, for 24 hours gives us suffering. And not only that, then at the end they will throw you in the hell realm. Nobody can throw you in the hell realm. Then hundreds of millions of demons can come. At most, they can take you alive, but they will not throw you in the hell realm. They cannot. But this three poison will throw you in the hell realm. So Dharma is teaching is not just a religion, not just a culture, not just a belief system. It is the actual, direct, say, medicine to cure this chronic sickness of our mental affliction. So Dharma always bring in your heart. As today you took the Bodhisattva's vow, you cultivated from your heart. Now you just keep that in your heart. And you see, as I mentioned, when Buddha dissolved into you and you meditate in the Mahamudra state, it's called Mahamudra, you know. That's the ultimate Bodhicitta. When you have that, where are those poisons? They are nowhere. See, that's the Dharma practice. This is the way how to dissipate our negative habits. How to purify all the habits. And then you see, you have the tool in your hand. Today you receive the real, the ultimate tool in your hand, the relative bodhicitta and absolute bodhicitta. So don't derail from the path. Don't astray from the path. Okay? Just practice joyfully, happily. You feel lighter physically, mentally, As our sister asked question, if the relative merit can be destroyed or can finish. So if you practice this way, not only destroy, but it will increase higher, better, and then it itself becomes the wisdom. This way, if you practice this way, which is mentioned, relative state in our relative reality life, when you have this kind of feeling, understanding, you can help so many other people. Okay. Then you become the service of Buddha. So I'm so grateful. The Buddha's teaching gave me such great method, wisdom. All my confusions, now I understand that I can take care through this practice and I can help others. That's how Buddha did it. And our previous great teachers, they did it. So now we have the opportunity to do it. Each generation, we have the responsibility. We have to do our own part. Not expecting somebody will do in the future. Who knows who will come? Okay, so this is the how. So in order to first, what we should do is here, what I should say first. Practice bodhicitta, action bodhicitta. There's 6 parameters, as you know. First, the practice of generosity. Generosity means openness. It's openness to your mind. Open your mind. Make the mind spacious. I can do. Generosity, not just only giving wealth. There are many things you can do. Generally, there is called giving loving kindness to others. Is also a practice of generosity. And those who are suffering physically, mentally, you are giving, helping them. It's a giving fearlessness. Someone is chronically sick, like you give medicine. Medicine is practice of material, but not only that, that person relieved from that sickness, free from their sickness. That's giving the fearlessness. If somebody is in danger with the fire, you protect from the fire. It's called giving fearlessness. And then you're showing these kind of methods, how to help others. Wisdom, methods, is giving wisdom to others. You see, there's so many ways, you see, not just only one. And morality, there's called Nyechotomba, binding from this non-virtuous action. Mean avoiding all the non-virtues. It's not just a discipline, or it's kind of like say, you should not do this. It's not that way, kind of. But from the positive way, this is the cause of suffering. That we should not engage. If somebody says it is a poison, but very delicious food, but it's a poison, you'll avoid that. I will not take this food because it's poisonous food. So all the non-virtues, physically, mentally, those are the cause of suffering. It harms to yourself. It harms others. So avoiding those. It's called moral ethics, morality. So precious. No other teachers can teach you other, only Buddha's wisdom. No, Buddha attained Buddhahood. That's called Buddha have achieved 10 powers. From the 10 power, first one, knowing right from the wrong. When you plant the poison, poison will grow. When you plant the medicine, medicine will grow. With that example, this all Buddha, in the Buddha's mind, these all are non-virtues, physically, mentally, if you act. So avoid all this. These all are virtue, a cause for peace and happiness. You engage, see. Giving the guidelines, see. Such a precious. World people don't know these things. Well, they want to free from suffering. They keep creating cause of suffering, Well, they want peace and happiness. They destroy the cause of peace and happiness. It is out of ignorance, out of confusion. So this is called moral ethics. Accumulating, studying, practicing Dharma teachings is called the moral ethics of all the excellent qualities. Moral ethics of benefiting sentient beings. Then patience, patience that we call patience. Patience has some negative feeling, feeling weak, and as you do it, just wasting time. We say, be patient, Actually, I think it's better words, forbearance. You bear the difficult consequences. You have a courage. So regarding to this, when you have suffering, different types of sufferings you have to have the bear. You have to courage to bear these kind of difficulties. This is way how to purify my negative karma. Like suppose you are sick, then of course you should take medicine, whatever necessary. But while you are taking medicine, there's a pain, discomfort, all these things. That time you meditate. This is now where I purify all my negative karma. Not just only my, but all the sentient beings, negative karma, may I purify by this my small suffering. This is called mind training. I'm sure many of you have read Lojong. Have you read Lojong? Sometimes how you do this practice. Some say Lojong, you say you breathe in all the suffering of the session because you breathe in. You got that kind of practice? How you like that? You just there, and all the dark color, of the session being suffering in the dark color. You breathe into you, and bring into your heart, giving to your ego. So you take it. But as we are beginner, Lord Jesus taught a method. Sometimes maybe it overwhelms you. Look at the suffering of sentient beings so much, and you don't have that much strength, courage, Also, it may bring a side effect. If you breathe in all the sufferings into you, after some time you are depressed. So there's a side effect. So it's not so skillful. So what he suggests is, as a beginner, those are highly accomplished great bodhisattvas can do that, have a strength. But we as a beginner, what he suggests, when we have a problem, physical sickness, aging, sickness, and mentally sometimes we're depressed, sometimes we feel sad. These things happen at that time. Look at the physical suffering you have. Look at your mental suffering you have. Then just out of bodhicitta, the suffering that I have, physically or mental, may have enough ability to purify all the suffering of sentient beings. You see, so your suffering you use to enhance your bodhicitta, to purify your suffering, to purify all sentient beings' suffering. You just meditate. You do this. And it works same way, but such a great skillful. There's no side effect. Jidusung gives as an example, as a medicine. A medicine tree. And suppose he said, a small plant of medicine, plant just growing from the earth. You know it is medicine. But if you just take it, so this medicine, I got sick, so I need this. If you take it, pull this from the ground, and the plant is finished. So sometimes when there's a mission, when this breathing in all the suffering, garbage of the sentient beings into you, and you're depressed, then you say, I cannot practice anymore. No, you give up. Your bodhicitta is gone. Instead, if you let this plant, small plant, let grow, protect first lot of fences put together and let grow on the trunk, branches, leaves, flowers, fruits, then will provide lot of medicine to others. Likewise, first you protect your mind. When you have the sufferings, my suffering, major suffering, that I have enough strength, enough ability to purify all suffering of the sentient beings. You practice that, you meditate. And when you have negative thoughts like anger, hatred, just instead of just engaging in the hatred, just take a deep breath. So this is my negative thoughts, anger, hatred. This, that I may substitute all the angers of the sentient beings. Okay. When you have desire, this, my negative thoughts of desire, have enough ability to purify all the desire of the sentient beings. You just meditate. And all your negative thoughts this way purifies, become powerless. Okay. This is general how to practice bodhicitta. Focus into all sentient beings and purify your. Then you grow step by step your mind. Then you have no fear. You see, any difficulty comes, you are prepared to take advantage of that. Any obstacle comes, this obstacle may purify all the obstacles of the sentient beings. The actual practice you have. You don't have to say prayer, may my obstacle may go away, So then you say, welcome more obstacles. I will practice this way. Then as mentioned again, this is the wisdom of Buddha. Buddha provides all the skills, methods how to practice Dharma, to free sentient beings from the samsara, to achieve enlightenment. So there's always possibilities. So this practice of patience. Patience means fearlessness, courage, based on wisdom, compassion. Okay. When there's a suffering, dealing with sufferings, when they're dealing with the enemies. Sometimes this Dharma is so difficult. So you practice forbearance. I can study, I can understand. As mentioned, I put the nature. I can learn. Okay, and then you see perseverance. As mentioned, perseverance means joyous effort. Making all this effort joyfully. As this morning I mentioned about Milarepa, When Milarepa met his sister, he said, if Buddha sees my mind, Buddha will be delighted. So he was practicing so joyfully. It's peaceful, it's courage. Sometimes people say Dharma practice makes you very weak. Dharma practitioners so pessimistic, you know. But it's other way around. Fearlessness. So we need to wear the armor of the perseverance. Study, practice Dharma without satisfaction until we become Buddha. Sometimes I went to 3-year retreat and I finish. Not finish, you know. Yes, you are not enlightened. How you can say I finished? Just continue joyfully. So for that reason, you have heard of Buddha Shakyamuni has practiced Dharma teaching for 3 limitless eons. Gives us the kind of comfort, courage, you know. Then, as we discuss, this 5th paramita is samadhi, meditative concentration, how to calm the mind. Basically, it's mindfulness. Your mind be always alert. No. If I'm making mistake, not tense, just aware. Be mindful. If my bad habits coming or not. That should change those. Samadhi. Then of course if you can go to retreat, then you get such great opportunity, samadhi. Nowadays, because the distraction we have in the whole world is very pervasive. The smartphone goes everywhere, you know. Everyone has in their hand smartphone. Even Dharma practitioners, your smartphone is on your table. You're always, while you're meditating, chanting mantra, you're always watching your smartphone. Is there in his message? Even monks who are doing prayers, you know, when they're beating the drum, they look, you know, smartphone. See, without well-established samadhi, meditative concentration, there's no mental strength, mental ability, okay? Without that, miracle powers are hopeless. In all time, if you read the life stories of the great masters, you can hear how many years they were in the retreat, you know. Nowadays, if you read our masters, they have no time to go to retreat. You see, so how you can expect, say, it's like, say, what do you call it? There's a special word. Legendary, you know. Yes, what do you have?
Could you share the last instruction?
Huh?
Could you please share the last instruction
Instruction what?
that Milarepa gave to Dharma Lord Gampopa
Oh, yeah.
about perseverance?
Meditation?
Yeah, the last one. Could you please...
What last one?
The last one before Dharma Lord Gampopa left.
Which one?
The very last one. Actually...
Oh, yeah.
Could you please share that one? I think big inspiration for perseverance.
Yeah, perseverance, you know. Yeah. Yeah, Gampopa. Gampopa has mentioned, such a great teacher. Before that, see, when Gampopa, the Milarepa said, now you go to central Tibet, because Milarepa was in the western Tibet, Now you go to central Tibet and meditate. And Gampopa said, when it's time me to give Dhamma teachings, one day you will see your ultimate nature of the mind. Then that's the time you can give Dhamma teachings. Okay. So now you can go. So that Gampopa left. Next day, Milarepa collected all the other disciples. He said, last night I had such a dream. From my place, a big vulture flew and he landed on the high mountain. And then that vulture is gathered by many yellow geese. After a while, he said, each geese gathered not less than 500. Then I said, whole space full of geese. So that means Gampopa is the monk, will gather monks. He said, Milarepa, I as a yogi, I will have a great followers of monkhood. So I also become a good service to Buddha's teaching. Gampopa was the real one who established the complete Buddhist practice for one individual. Okay. After Gampopa, then many great teachers followed Gampopa's example. Okay. So to do these things, when Milarepa Gampopa was with Milarepa, then now today you can go. But I will go with you for your farewell. The Milarepa went distance with Gampopa, and there's a bridge. So by some reason, we'll discuss it here. From here, I will not go farther. So Gampopa was carrying his possessions on his back. So put it on the ground. So Gampopa, his possessions, small bag that he has on his back, he put on the ground. Milarepa said, now you sit here. And then at that moment, Milarepa gave him the instructions of the empowerment, the ways empowerment, the secret empowerment, the wisdom empowerment, the fourth empowerment. And Milarepa said, now I give you this empowerment on one seat. And Gampopa was so delighted. That captures all the essence of the Buddha's teaching to transform everything within the Dhammakaya. Now to train that mind, to materialize that, practice the teaching. So then, Milarepa said, now you go. But then Gampopa went distance. said, come back. There's the last teaching I have. If I don't give to you, to whom I should give? And Kambupa was so happy, so delighted. Can I make a mandala offerings? So I said, this you don't need. No. Then he showed his buttock, like the monkey, what do you call that? Oh, calluses? Yes. Oh, she said, up to happen to this, I sat on the rocks. Milarepa has no seats, clothes. He just sat on the rocks all his life. Then that gave Kambupa such great, instruction, inspiration. Said Milarepa said, what qualities that I have received, because you see now, I meditated practice. See, that's Milarepa's called. Use the precious human life in the best way. Because Milarepa has such great hope through Kambupa will benefit countless sentient beings. And Kambupa did it. The Tabukaki became, we should say, the largest lineage at 12th, 13th, those centuries. So we should make effort as much as we can, and inspire, develop devotion. Those all are Buddha, you see. Marbat, no mentioned, no need to mention. Milarepa, as mentioned yesterday. Kambupa, Pamutupa, Jitesumbu, these all are nothing but their Buddha. One after another, not just one person. So until we have this, now, so just meditate, develop devotion, and practice Dharma, bodhicitta. 산이 주주야 말와. 여러 번 산이야. Tomorrow I have program. What? Until 10:30? Up to 12? Okay, so that's very good, very good. Then I have a copy of the fivefold path of Mahamudra that I have written by Lord Jitesumbu. It's translated into English, so we can go through that. Okay? It's very precious teachings. So, now what here? After we taking Bodhisattva's vow, we look at here, page 3, rejoicing for oneself. Here, please look at. So today my life has given fruit. This human state has now been well assumed. Today I take my birth in the Buddha's line, and I become the Buddha's child and heir. So this you see, appreciating yourself, rejoicing yourself. Even though I forgot the sixth wisdom from the sixth paramita, Okay. We're going so much, Time is so limited. There's so much things to say, Okay. First, before this, the wisdom, the 6 parameters. The 6 parameters, you see, Yala Deda Tamjen, Tube Sherab Tonto Songs in the Bodhisattva Avatara, Shandita mentions all the 5 parameters are the two for the realization of the 6th wisdom. This because wisdom is the how you can free from samsara. Without wisdom, you cannot become, you cannot free from samsara. Because wisdom takes care of all the delusions. There are some people who practice generosity so well, amazing, There are so many poor people, they're just giving so much, but that doesn't help us to free from samsara. But these are required to build strength of the wisdom. So all the 5 parameters are the special factor to build the strength of the wisdom. The wisdom is perfection, not just a general wisdom. It's the perfection of the wisdom, perfection of the mind, the transcendent mind. Makes sense? Transcendent mind, you see, that mind, as mentioned yesterday, through the 3 training, then by synchronizing these 3 training, then the wisdom that just totally take care of the delusions. The delusion is non-exist. Okay? Then delusion itself is not exist anywhere, but it's just bad habit. But that bad habit, I don't like my bad habit, that doesn't help. So we need such a concrete method, wisdom, to take care of that. That's the 6th, the perfection, okay? So with this now, here you rejoicing yourself. I have the precious human life. I'm so grateful I have that. Because of that, today I got to take the Bodhisattva's vow. The hair means the child and hair of the Buddha. The Buddha's hair, child and hair means Bodhisattva. Today I become the Bodhisattva. Okay. Rejoice yourself. It's like a dream come true. So, just we say together this, yes.
Today I take my birth in Buddha's line and have become the Buddha's child and heir.
Okay, thank you. Next is actually is a commitment not to decline bodhicitta. Now I have this bodhisattva's vow. Okay. Sometimes, after some time, your interest, devotion, bodhicitta disappear. So never try to happen that. Because the bodhicitta is, as mentioned, the direct path towards enlightenment. It's the direct method to get rid of all our obscurations in the relative state, in the absolute state. So no matter what happens, I will never give up this stainless mind of the bodhicitta. Okay, so please read this together.
In every way, then, I will undertake activities benefiting such a rank, and I will do no act to mar or compromise this high and faultless lineage.
You see. Now next, you are making rejoice to all other sentient beings. today in the front of Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, I made a commitment to establish you all sentient beings to the Buddhahood. No, meanwhile, on the way to Buddhahood, I invite you all as my chief guest. Chief guest means all sentient beings. No, you are all my guest, chief guest. When you invite your chief guest, how you treat them? You see, you don't treat them badly, you know. See, you respect them. So in Bodhisattva Avatar mentioned, when I see sentient beings, depending on this, I get the opportunity to practice bodhicitta. So your mind should be very sincere, honest. Because of these sentient beings, I can practice bodhicitta. I can become Buddha. So how I can treat them so badly? No. So today I'm here to help you. Be happy. Okay? Here we say this together.
And so today, within the sight of all protectors, I summon beings, calling them to Buddhahood. And till that state is reached, to every earthly joy, may gods and demigods and all the rest rejoice.
You see. So beautiful, you know. And see, I will do, you see. I don't have to depend on you, but I will do. I alone will do. See, courage, fearlessness, because the Buddha nature is everything. No, the Buddha nature is the Buddha. That's why Buddha Shakyamuni, he alone attained Buddhahood in Bodh Gaya, as you know. He alone taught all those teachings, and how many he has produced, great teachers. You see, Milarepa alone he attained Buddhahood, and how many he benefited sentient beings. So we each individual take the responsibility, practice this life, next life. Doesn't matter how many it takes our lifetime, you know. Okay, then here dedication, prayer. We maybe I'll say a few words on this. First, establishing as a witness, for your prayer. It says the glorious, holy, venerable, precious, kind, root and lineage Lamas, divine assemblies of Yitams and assemblies of Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, Yogins, Yoginis, and Dakinis dwelling at the 10 directions that you're establishing, or the witness in front of you. So please hear my prayers, and please support me to accomplish that what I desire. Then may the virtues, may the virtues collected 3 times by myself, your virtue in the 3 times, past, present, future, and all sentient beings, see, 6 realms of the sentient beings, the samsara, and the nirvana, sentient beings, Sharavakas, Patik Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, Buddha, all, okay? Samsara and nirvana. And the innate root virtue, what's that? It's Buddha nature, okay? It's Buddha nature. See, innate root of virtues, this all are that how you dedicate. Sometimes you see, you go to shrine room, temple, you pay homage, you burn incense, candle. So when you're sick, please Buddha help me to get rid of my sickness. If you're doing business, may my business become successful. May I not face any problems, obstacles in my business. You see that kind of prayers. But here you see, not result in 8 worldly concerns. I'm sure you know this. No? And the 4 causes of samsara, or rebirth as the Sharavakas and Pratik Buddha. See? Now what you want? May all sentient beings, especially those enemies who hate me and mine, obstructors who harm, misleading maras, and the hordes of demons, experience these all sentient beings, experience happiness, means practice of loving kindness. Be separated from suffering is practice of compassion. And swiftly attain unsurpassed, perfect, complete, and precious Buddhahood. See? That's how you dedicate practice, you see. Then next, this one section of the dedication. Now next he said, by the power of this vast root of virtue, may I benefit all beings through my body, speech, and mind. Say, may I be helpful to all sentient beings. Like the earth, you see, the earth is supporting everybody. Even people destroy the earth, still, to all the business, just look at the car. How many cars in the world? How they all come from the earth. You know? Sometimes I wonder, all this, the materials of the car, it's like just in the United States, how many cars we have? Same as all over the world. The earth is provided all this. Still, we're so greedy. We want more and more, destroying the earth. But still the earth provides. All the food we eat from the earth. The mother earth is suffering so much. So we look at the example of the earth. May I be like the earth, can helpful to all sentient beings, you see. And then see, may the afflictions of desire, hatred, ignorance, arrogance, and jealousy not arise in my mind, you see. Even just we say this prayer, just for the prevention, before comes. Then actually it comes as mentioned, the practices I described. Then after that, may attachment to fame. This is important. It doesn't mean you should not be famous, rich, but attachment, you see. May the attachment to fame, reputation, wealth, honor, and concern for this life not rise for even a moment. Because that thought, attachment to this, it disturbs your meditation. It disturbs your bodhicitta. Bodhicitta is for the enlightenment, for the benefit of all sentient beings. Okay. Then follows him. May my mind stream be moistened by loving kindness, compassion, and bodhicitta. And through that, may I become a spiritual master with good qualities equal to the infinity of space. May I gain the supreme Mahamudra, attainment of Mahamudra in this very life. So these are second section. Then third one here, even though maybe you're not so successful practitioner, but regular practitioner, then we say this, may the torment of suffering not arise even at the time of my death. May I not die with the negative thoughts. May I not die with confused by wrong view. Negative thought means attachment. Sometimes when you die with attachment, anger, hatred, resentment. So may our mind be free from all this. Can I say one story about this? You know Ashoka. Have you heard of Ashoka? Ashoka was a great king in India, a Buddhist king. He's still so famous. He became a such great service to Buddha's teaching. Nowadays, if you go to Bodh Gaya, Sarnath, Varanasi, Lumbini, and those holy places, he built a pillar that's called Ashoka pillar for the memory of the Buddha's teaching. And he supported hundreds and thousands of monks, nuns. And he introduced Buddha's teaching to Sri Lanka, to Myanmar, to Thailand, to Cambodia, to Laos, and Indonesia, so forth, all. To the West, Pakistan, Afghanistan, all he sent the missionaries, Buddhist missionary. And he was totally dedicated his life to service of Buddha. Then when he got old, he got sick. Looks like it was in the summer. Then he's laying on the bed, so hot. And his maid, the maid waving the fan on his head. It was so hot. And then she was waving the fan day and night. Then she was so tired, and she started getting sleep. And then the fan in her hand dropped on his face. And he was very sick. So that moment, then his mind, that made condition to rise anger. When I was powerful, strong, even people cannot look at my face. Everybody fear of me, they respect me. Now when I'm sick, powerless, even this poor maid, looking down on me and throw a fan on my face. With that anger. He died with that. With that death, his anger made connection to reborn as a snake. You see, you have to always watch. So when you go to sleep with love and compassion, bodhicitta. Okay? When you get up with bodhicitta, love and compassion. Always do this. Okay? So then his great master was looking his rebirth. Where is my king's rebirth? He must be born in the higher realm, He was looking around. He didn't find anywhere. Then he found his rebirth of his king in the king's garden with a giant snake, And his teacher rushed there. So how you can reborn as a snake, my such a great king? Close your mouth. Because the snake is open the mouth wide. And that moment the snake closed the mouth and died and reborn in the higher realm. Okay? So these are very important point for our Dhamma practice. See, wrong view, saying maybe there's no previous life, no next life. Maybe there's no karma. It's a wrong view, So may I not experience, an untimely death. May I die joyfully and happily in the great luminosity of mind as such and the pervading clarity of Dharma. That means may I maintain my bodhicitta and Mahamudra practice. See, May I in any case gain the supreme attainment of Mahamudra at the time of death or in the bardo. Okay? Now please say this prayer together. We dedicate this today and all the virtues now as here we dedicate.
Glorious, holy, venerable, precious, kind, root and lineage lamas, divine assembly of yidams and assemblies of bodhisattvas, Buddhas, yogins, yoginis, dakinis, dwelling in the 10 directions. Please hear my prayer. May the virtues collected in the 3 times by myself and all sentient beings in samsara and nirvana, and the innate root of virtue not result in the 8 worldly concerns, the 4 causes of samsara, or rebirth as a Shravaka or Pratyeka Buddha. May all mother sentient beings, especially those enemies who hate me, obstructors who harm me, misleading Maras, and the hordes of demons experience happiness, be separated from suffering, and swiftly attain unsurpassed, perfect, complete, and precious Buddhahood. By the power of this vast root of virtue, may I benefit all beings through my body, speech, and mind. May the afflictions of desire, hatred, ignorance, arrogance, and jealousy not arise in my mind. May attachment to fame, reputation, wealth, honor, and concern for this life not arise for even a moment. May my mind stream be moistened by loving kindness, compassion, and bodhicitta, and through that may I become a spiritual master with good qualities equal to the infinity of space. May I gain the supreme attainment of Mahamudra in this very life. May the torment of suffering not arise even at the time of death. May I not die with negative thoughts. May I not die confused by wrong view. May I not experience an untimely death. May I die joyfully and happily in the great luminosity of the mind as such and the pervading clarity of Dharmata. May I, in any case, gain the supreme attainment of Mahamudra at the time of death or in the bardo.
Thank you so much, everybody. Today is a very pleasant day, and I felt also, service to Buddha. So Buddha worked so hard, so we all should support Buddha, because Buddha's mind is to all sentient beings. Okay, thank you so much.